Salutations, guys, gals, and transvestites. It's me, Sir Sexabot, WauwautosaTufGuy. That's right, in 2019, I have already been knighted and had my privates turned into mechanical organs. Thus, I am a sexbot. Anywho, I am here on this Friday of High Days to drop one of my favorite videos to make, and that is my favorite top 10 video games of 2018. Brother! Alrighty then, and I want to thank you for all the love you have shown me this year. It makes me all mushy inside. You guys are just so doggone nice to me. I mean, I know I'm extremely good looking, and I'm a 10 out of 10 on the sex scale, but you guys like me for who I am, not just how I look, right? Right?
Oh no!
Oh, and one more thing. This top 10 video is going to be different than previous top 10 videos because this time I won't be showing pictures of my hemorrhoids. Yeah. So if you're here for that, fuck off.
I'm weak.
Brother.
Let's go.
Okay, and anyway, I decided I'd back up a little bit. As you can see, the Christmas tree is gone. The gross are no more, but they will be back for Christmas 2019. But we're back with the pop figures. Hi, Dennis Nerdy from Jurassic Park. How are you? Oh, that's good. Oh, and CJ Parker from Baywatch. How are you? No, we want to know about your titties. Tell me about it. Oh, I got Pamela Anderson's titties.
What is it you know about this place?
Ballin'!
Bad fucking news.
Okay, now to the topic at hand. I love making top 10 game of the year lists. I'd say, I'm a little late this year because I had to finish an obscure no-name title known as Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I know, people are like, oh, what's that? And I am glad I did this. I originally wanted to film my video on December 30th, but then Red Dead would not be in the position it deserves to be, because back then I was only on Chapter 3. And after Chapter 3, Red Dead Redemption 2 really comes correct. Brother! One more thing to acknowledge before I start my listy poo. This is the first year I can remember where my number one game is outside of the consensus top games of the year list. To be honest, it's out of most people's top 10 lists, for the love of Pete. For example, in 2017, my top game was Persona 5. 2016 was Uncharted 4. And 2015, it was Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And, all of those three games snagged a ton of Game of the Year awards. And my favorite game this year in 2018, just isn't getting the love. I honestly think the reason my number one game isn't getting the love is not because it's not loved like other games. It's just that few people have played the game. But the people that have played the game have shown it hellified love. 100-year boar, I'm talking to you. Wink, wink. Oh, that was a pretty bad wink. So, people, my number one game, respect its greatness. It's a legit amazing game. This isn't me trying to do something different to stand out in the sea of perverts on YouTube to get attention. This is actually me loving a game. Okay, but without further ado, let's get into WauwautosaTufGuy's top 10 games of 2018. That's right, I done blew a kissy. Okay, number 10, or Mick 10 for my obese subbies that only speak McDonald's. Monster Hunter World. What can I say you're a fellow or a gal, or in my case, a transvestite. Yeah, you should have seen my character. You run around in a large open world with an oversized weapon, and you try to murder monsters that are vicious, scary, and horny. This was my first Monster Hunter game, but it sure as Pete won't be my last. This game is deep and it's challenging, and there are all kinds of weapons and armor you can make from the big bad meanie's body parts. Once you get the hang of it, the game is great, while parts of the game can be a bit confusing, and I wouldn't call Monster Hunter World the most accessible game from the start, because you will spend hellify time in the menus, but once you do get the hang of it, it's a jawsome experience! Kinda like the Street Sharks! Number 9. Number 9! Yeah. This is another game for me. Wait for it. In it. Mega! Old franchise. The game is Mega Man 11. You guys get it? I used the word mega in a sentence because the game is called Mega Man. Oh, I'm a funny bunny. Okay, so this game was just plain funny cakes. I mean fun, not funny. You platformed, you shot shit, you destroyed bosses and absorbed their sexually transmitted diseases and moved the fuck on. This is exactly what you'd expect from a Mega Man game, but still, it always managed to stay fresh and fun, just like a bottle of deodorant. This game could have made the menus a bit more user-friendly, and I think it would have added to the challenge if the game only lets you use 3 lives instead of 9 on any run, but that is just like old Toughy Tough nitpicking. Overall, it's a first degree swell as Pete game! Number 8. You guys ready for this? Oh, jeez. Battlefield 5! No, I know! This game did the horrible, atrocious, unforgivable sin! It added a woman! Ah, jeez! Oh my god! Why would they do something like that? It ruined the fucking experience for me. I mean, I can't have a skirt, a broad, a dame in my game murdering men with a penis and a nutsack, but they did. So, well, fuck them. No, fuck you, you insecure, small dick nerd bombers. Oh, I didn't have to say the nerd bombers. I went too far, but still, okay. If you really want to freak out about something in Battlefield 5, it should be the fact that the game lets you play as an Uber soldier named Gunther. Have none of you seen the Nazi zombie movie? Seriously though, if you wanna bitch about Battlefield 5, be my guest. I'm just messing with ya. I'm not gonna say you're wrong about being mad about the women, even though you are. I love this game. It's my multiplayer game of choice for the foreseeable future, and it's the best Battlefield game I have played since Battlefield 3. We do need more maps though. I can only own Mofo so long on the 8-team deathmatch maps they let us use. Okay, I took off the tri-glasses because I get emotional talking about Battlefield 5 and their great disgrace to gaming. Okay, number 7. SpiderMan. If he can do it, no one can. No. SpiderMan can do it, and this game was great as Pete. This is probably the only game that was ever made that made me want to skip fast traveling due to its near perfect wed slanging. What you need, boo? What you need? Oh, not that kind of slanging. Anyway, now this game is somewhat similar to to the Batman Arkham games, which is fine because those are some of the greatest open world games ever made. But unfortunately, they had some of the same problems as those games, mainly the underwhelming boss fights. Still, SpiderMan is a must-play game that I adored. Also, good call in making that black high school kid SpiderMan number 2, and not the crybaby Mary Jane. She was a real whiny bitch. Number 6, Celeste. Now, I know some of you might not like having a game in my top 10 list that sounds like a sex crime. But this game was a fucking badass title. It was a hard-ass platformer that had great music and like the perfect atmosphere. You know, you guys ever play one of those indie games that just gets everything right? And when you use the noggin and think back in time, you just have nothing but good feelings about it? You guys ever play a game like that, an indie game like that? Hotline Miami. Oh, did I say that? Oh. Well, that is the feeling that Celeste gave the Tuphosaurus Rex. But be warned, super secure with yourself, men. This game features a woman as a protagonist. But hey, don't worry. She ain't beating other men up. Okay, but she can jump really, really far. So if you are insecure about your vertical jump, you might want to stay away from Celeste. But everyone else, jump your bitch ass into Celeste. Number 5, Detroit Become Human. Why am I looking around? It's not like I can see Detroit from the great state of Milwaukee. Okay. I know this game isn't everyone's cup of steel reserve, but this game has fucking sex bots in it. Deep down, man, woman, or transvestite, you know there is a part of you at one time in your life where you wanted a sex bot. And don't try to lie to me. Do not. I'm wagging the finger, so you know this is serious. Also in Detroit, the sheer number of outcomes is second to none. And second to none by a wide 600-pound life margin. While this game isn't quite as magical as Quantum Dream's other game, Heavy Rain, it still is something that told a ton of different stories. And you could make your character totally act different throughout your playthroughs. Bandersnatch? Detroit Become Human is what you wish you were. Oh, Wendy Williams snap! How you doing? Number 4. Looking around again. Paulo Night! Sure, this game actually came out in 2017 for the PC, but this is my video, and I'll fucking say it's a 2018 game because you know what? I'm WauwautosaTufGuy, and I have a gang of wannabe gangster yuppies at my disposal that control the Camel and Newport, and between me and you, but don't tell anyone, the Sincerely Yours market. So what I say fucking goes. Hollow Knight is the best Metroidvania game my grumpy little fingers have ever experienced. It is long, like my penis. It is hard as a rock, like my penis. It has great music, like my penis. And the game almost has no fluff to it, yeah? Shut up, you guys! I was only a fluffer for one Harvey Weinstein movie. What? The English Patient was highly acclaimed! Anyway, Hollow Knight will blow your mind. Number 3. Yeah, that was me talking like a New York cab driver. Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, if I would have done this video last week like I wanted to, this game would have been behind fucking Detroit Become Human. Wow, how shit has changed as the game goes on. The thing that makes Red Dead 2 so fucking special is its stories and characters. The game is stunningly beautiful and insanely detailed, but its gameplay follows the same formula in almost every mission. commit a crime, gun down 30 or 40 red shirts, and get away. Rinse and repeat. Sure, it's uber beautiful, but it does get old. But what's really special about the game is its story. I cared about Arthur. I hated Mika and Dutch. And I can't remember a game in a long time where I wanted the bad guy to get theirs. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't Rockstar's most fun game. That goes to GTA 5 in my opinion, but it is their best. And the story was about as good as it gets for gaming in 2018. And the second best game of 2018 is God of War! Now, this game, story-wise, is somewhat similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. It told an emotional story that made you care about the characters, even if it wasn't as good as the latter. But where it is far better is the gameplay. God of War was tough. It's a beautiful game that made me want to keep exploring all the nooks and crannies like a really fat person that you're making love to. Well, you gotta check the folds, you know. God of War is an open-world game. It's not perfect. It could have had more bosses and weapons, but damn, this game was just great. The game set a new standard for the hack and slash genre, and the God of War franchise has never looked brighter. It's like looking into the sun. Yeah. And finally, the Toughmeister's #1 game of 2018. Can I get like a drum roll or something? Huh. Yeah! My surprise best game was Dragon Quest XI. Hey, let me plead my case here, okay? Okay, I know this game was a little bit obscure for some, even though, it's the 11th fucking game, but the whole game was simply magical. The story was a bit cliche, but it was great, to be honest with you. The game was incredibly accessible for a JRPG. It was incredibly accessible for an RPG, to be honest with you. But, even despite that, it's like super deep once you get into the characters' spells and abilities. Most of the characters in the game were interesting, and their offense and defense is incredibly balanced. But what really made the game special was how it made me do things that I have never done in a game before. I played Dragon Quest XI on hard by turning on some of its draconian modifiers, and it kicked my frickin' frackin' ass like my name was Tina and Dragon Quest XI's name was Ike. Some of the boss fights were the most intense battles I have ever experienced in a game this decade. One fight took me 5 days to finish. One fight I was down to my last character, and you get 7 characters that you can switch in and out. That last character had 7 hit points with 1 magic spell left. And the whole game, it was just an experience. And I haven't even got to the post-game content yet. This is a legit 120-hour game. And I'm just saying, if you just focus on the main story. Sure, I'm not going to admit, there was a bit of grinding in the game if you played my way, and I heard that if you played it on normal that it tends to be too easy at the beginning and the middle. But for me, I had an experience that was like none other. And in gaming today, those are far and few between. So Dragon Quest XI is my 2018 Game of the Year so far. Now, the only reason I said so far is because I haven't played all the games I wanted to this year, so I will be updating this list sooner or later. I'll give you an example. In February, I will be posting my final 2017 Game of the Year list because I will be finally playing and finishing Divinity Original Sin 2. The games I have not been able to get to in 2018 are Astrobot, which I am actually playing at a friend's house. He has a PSVR, and it's pretty doggone good. I wish that is what Mario Odyssey was. Super Smash Brothers, which I own, but I just couldn't get into. Ni no Kunai 2. Valkyrie Chronicles 4, Guacamole 2, Iconoclast, Call of Duty Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That last one I really plan to play this year, but you know, Dragon Quest went a little bit long. Add those games to the my last video where I talked about my top 5 indie games and the ones I didn't play. And those are the games that the Toughmeister just couldn't get to this year. You know, honestly, I'd be pleasantly shocked if any games move into the top 3, but I could easily see games 4 through 10 being changed. So yeah, there it is. Put it all out there. So there it is, you naughty but nice motherfucker. What did all you think of old Tuffy Tuff's top 10 list? What are your top 10 games of 2018? I want you to comment below. What did you guys think of my #1 game? Was it a real shocker? Did you like my list? Or do you want to track me down to the Tough Guy estate and poop on my chest and rub it in? Also, are you keto as fuck like me and the missus? A player wants to know. I'm the player, by the way. So get to commenting below. Oh, and I got another surprise. I won't even have to ask Virgil. The missus bought me hooked on phonics. So, you know, maybe I'll learn to read above a 2nd grade reading level and I'll be able to communicate that. Moving up in the world in 2019. Tuffy Tuff doing his thing. Oh, okay. And before all of you fine guys, gals, and transvestites start corresponding back to your hero, I want to leave you with a little something. XOXO. Gossip Tuffy out. And 2018 out. Yeah!
There's a new breed in the neighborhood. Some say they're just no good. Half shark, half man, fighting evil, that's the plan. Street sharks. Street sharks. Street sharks. Oh, they're jostle. They fight. They fight. This handful of thin rice. They fight. They fight. Chewing up evil with all of them.
Where is she answering? And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.